Balloon Beats.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Unhinged Live. I'm your host, Patrick Hennessy, joined tonight by Brian DeGennaro, Brandon Kramer, ALDS Game 1 tonight. Let's go.
We made it to Monday, baby. Let's go.
Energy, passion. I want to start it off just with Kevin's comment because this is the ultimate positive attitude for tonight. How many are we going to win by? Not what the final score is going to be. How much are we going to win by tonight, boys?
At least 10.
At least 10? Really? Really, Brian?
No. It'll be close.
I think actually we'll save our predictions for the end. So if you're interested in predictions, we'll save those.
I gotta come up with a prediction? Okay.
Cole versus Snell. Yankees have had good career stats against Snell, I believe. I know he dominated us in one start the season, if I'm right. Yeah, but we weren't It was against the quadruple A Yankees, but he still dominated us. Garrett Cole is coming off an absolutely amazing start against Cleveland. Obviously, Tampa, you could argue, has a worse lineup than Cleveland on paper, but they're gritty.
They're scrappy.
They're gritty. They're scrappy. What do you guys think Cole does tonight? I think we see another amazing performance. Maybe not as good as Cleveland, but I still think we see a great performance.
If he's spotting that fastball at the top of the zone, we're going to ride him for. Honestly, he'll go for 7 innings, but he's going to, as I said, all 4 pitches, and just can't be missing spots because this park. Voigt says something about it. Says the gaps are actually a lot deeper than you would expect. So he says doubles are going to turn to triples, but it still looks small. I mean, just we have to do what we did in that first game. Give him a lead and just don't look back.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. What about you, Brian?
Nah, I think he's going to do great. He looked so good in last week's start, and I'm expecting another 7 innings, 2 earned runs kind of start for him.
Yeah,
if he can do that, we're in great shape.
I mean, as far as the lineup goes tonight, though, the Yankees are rocking with essentially the same lineup they went with against Cleveland. The only exception is our boy Clint Frazier is in left field. I think that this just had to be done. I've said this numerous times. If the Yankees play Brett Gardner against Blake Snell instead of Clint Frazier, they are the stupidest franchise on the face of the earth. I'm so glad that Clint Frazier is going to be able to get some at-bats tonight because that one at-bat that they gave him in Cleveland just wasn't fair to him. Put him in such an awkward opportunity after not facing any live pitching for a hot minute. This is huge for Clint Frazier because going down the line, the Yankees will be facing left-handed pitchers, and I'm assuming that when there is a lefty on the mound, Clint Frazier will be starting.
Yeah, one of the things we talked about last week when we were talking about why Brett Gardner was starting over Clint Frazier and why we thought that he shouldn't be, was that we don't know what we're going to get out of Clint from the postseason. We already knew that Brett Gardner really doesn't have great postseason numbers. We don't know what we're going to get from Clint. So, I'm really hoping he did struggle a little bit down the stretch, but I'm hoping that, he turns it on for the postseason and gets red hot right now.
Yeah. This would be the time.
Yeah.
But as well as Clint starting, Kyle Higashioka starting, I'm kind of surprised that people are still surprised about this. Kyle Higashioka is Garrett Cole's guy. I understand Gary Sanchez has good career numbers off Blake Snell, but there's no way in hell that you could start Gary Sanchez over Kyle Higashioka. I saw some people arguing that maybe they put Stanton left and DH Gary. No. We have not seen Giancarlo Stanton play left field all season. I understand he's played there in the past, but you're not going to throw a guy somewhere in the postseason where you haven't seen him play all regular season. I think that's completely fair to say.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll ever see him play left field again.
I don't think so either.
Keep him as a DH, which honestly is not a bad idea. I mean, you can prolong his career even longer and try to prevent some of those nagging injuries from playing the field. As what Kevin said, I mean, Judge still thinks about all the games we've lost.
Oh, wrong comment.
So if they keep that same mentality they went to Cleveland with, if they can just, like, as I said, bulletin board material, you got beat up by this team, they probably think, oh, we have an edge on them. And that's where they're wrong. Because if this is a different team, they did not face this type of Yankees team in the regular season.
Yeah, I think that's a completely fair argument. I think it was yesterday, Judge said that he still thinks about those games that the Yankees have blown in past postseasons. He has a chip on his shoulder. And I said this during our ALDS preview. Expect Aaron Judge to have a big series. He wasn't that great against Cleveland. We saw that one home run off Bieber, which the argument could be made that's one of the biggest hits of the wild card series for the Yankees. It set the tone completely, and they didn't really look back from there. But expect Judge to pop out this series. I think he has something to prove. Blake Snell's his boy, but you best believe that he wants to go deep in the first inning tonight. Easy. He's going to try to make Snell his biatch.
Hopefully. I just get on top early again, and don't look back. I mean, continue to play with that fire and that passion that you had where you just don't give up. They're going to throw punches back. I mean, but hopefully, like in an ideal case, you have Cole go 7, Britton 8, Chapman 9. Honestly, hopefully you have a big lead again. But as I said, we're going to need one big guy. We're going to need Adam Ottavino to remember how to pitch, be like the guy that we signed for in 2019. Because the Rays in 2019, when Ottavino pitched, they didn't score a single run off of him.
Yeah,
and Ottavino's great against righties, but we're going to need him to be the guy that came in and shut a team down 1-2-3.
Here's my thing though. I don't want Adam Ottavino pitching in a game unless they have at least a 5-run lead. Just to like get him more acquainted with being on the mound in the playoffs. You're not going to throw him in a 1-run game unless you absolutely have to. If he does perform well when you throw him in there with a big lead or with a big deficit, hopefully not, then you could trust him more in those higher leverage situations. But I wouldn't just throw him right into the fire like they did a little while ago, for example.
Yeah. No, I agree. He needs to build up some confidence because he hasn't pitched well lately. And I think he needs to prove to the Yankees that he can pitch. So hopefully, that's what we get.
Like Kevin said, Green's a huge factor as well. We already know that he's one of the Yankees' biggest guys out of the bullpen, but I'm pretty sure almost every time he comes out of the bullpen this postseason, it's probably going to have to be for multiple innings. I can't see them only utilizing Chad Green for 3 outs every night. There's no way.
Yeah.
Britton talked about being used 4 days in a row. He says as long as he's feeling great, he has no problems doing it.
Yeah, I mean, Britton's a guy that I don't know if I would want him going 4 days in a row, only because sometimes when he doesn't have control, he really has no control. But as far as the bullpen goes, we saw the bullpen almost. No, they didn't almost. They did collapse in Game 2 against Cleveland. They really need to have a much better series this go around against Tampa. If we're looking at high leverage guys, my ranking order currently goes Chapman. Probably go Britton over Green. Then we got Green after Britton. After Britton,
yeah,
I think I might go Sessa.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Sessa has really proved himself this season, and I could see him being used in some high leverage spots. That's why I was so surprised when they threw him out there on, what was it, Tuesday in game 1. It was like they had 10-run lead, and you're wasting Sessa out there. I thought that he was going to be used as a high leverage guy this year.
Yeah, I think that they might be forced to at this point.
Yeah,
we know we can't really trust Loizaga. We can't, like we said, we can't really trust Ottavino. So someone's got to step up, and it seems like Sessa is the best option to do that. You can't really run through the whole World Series. I mean, through the whole playoffs with 3 pitchers that you trust: Green, Britton, and Chapman. So yeah, someone's got to step up.
I agree with Kevin's comment right here. Got to use Green with a clean inning. I feel like anytime Green comes in with runners on, obviously not the 2017 wild card game, but I think that like all relief pitchers, you want to start them off with a clean inning. So let's say Cole has 100 pitches. No, let's say he has like 98 after 7. Don't send him back out there for the 8th. I would throw in one of the relievers with a clean inning. Unless you throw Cole out there and have him on an extremely short lease.
Depends on the lead, though.
Not like what you do at Loizaga game 2. I think that was ludicrous how you throw him back out there, 2 walks, and then you bring in Chapman. If the plan was to bring in Chapman in the 8th, if that was an option, have him start the 8th, please. Because Loizaga clearly didn't have it in the 7th either. This is a comment that
throw him fastballs, you won't touch him.
I don't think that they're going to pitch around Choi. I think they're going to go super aggressive with him.
You touch fastballs. If you looked at the ALDS games, if Cole's spotting that fastball up and away, Choi cannot touch it. Right up at the letters, top of the zone, Choi didn't touch it. The home runs Choi's hit off of Cole, changeup, slider, and then the hanging curveball.
Yeah.
And can hit a 100%. Fastball.
And I mean, that kind of leads me to my next point here. The Rays lineup, not scary whatsoever. I mean, Randy Arozarena, I know Brandon told me that this is like a good hitter, but like he's their 3 hitter. Like that's ridiculous. I mean, not one of these hitters on paper scares me, but
as
the counter side of things, as a whole, they're a bunch of gritty guys. They can grind out at bats. They put the ball in play. They get random ass hits, random ass home runs. They got 9 Josh Naylors in the lineup tonight. I think that's a very fair statement.
Yeah.
Yeah, Devi is starting game 2. That's another thing that I guess we can touch on. We won't touch on it too much because we'll talk about it more tomorrow on the pregame show. But the Yankees did announce that Devi Garcia is starting game 2 tomorrow. Not too sure how I feel about it. I think given the circumstances, I'm happy with it. If they really wanted to go Tanaka game 3, I like Devi game 2 better than half game 2.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Especially starting him out there. Because you can have him on a tight leash, and if he gets into big trouble after the first inning or something, put Hap out there.
Yeah. Is Petco bigger than Tampa?
Petco's weird.
I think so.
Petco's weird.
I think certain dimensions it is, certain dimensions is not.
I mean, we can hit the ball as high as we want without worrying about it hitting the fucking roof.
That's nice. That's nice in the playoff.
But there is
8 for 12 against Cole. That's like ridiculous.
Yeah, but if you look at the ALDS,
G-Man Choi, bro.
But if you look at the ALDS last year, no one really got a hit off of Cole. It's been that new way. If Cole is spotting that fastball up, no one's going to touch him. And there is one thing though. They're playing at 5:00 in San Diego, and Voit touched on this, and there'll probably be some issues with the shadows. So I think for the first hour, it could be advantage pitcher. So
yeah. I mean, if it comes down to advantage pitcher, I think the Yankees have the advantage when it comes to that because they have the better pitcher on the mound. Blake Snell doesn't scare me. I understand he's a good pitcher, but I've seen the Yankees clobber him way too many times to be scared of him.
We don't have Luis Avalon coming out in relief. That's the thing. If you remember all the times that the Rays beat us.
Why'd you say that like a 5-year-old girl, Brandon?
Because that's your favorite player of all time.
Luis Avalon's a legend. Like, I don't think anybody could argue that. Like, he's a lefty specialist. Anyway, I don't know. What is he still hurt?
Probably.
Because I know they re-signed him after the injury, but go on. Got me rambling about Avalon now.
A lot of the times is we got her via Boone keeping in a starter too long, or the bullpen actually shitting the bed, which we're not used to.
Oh, good. So I trust Boone now.
Brandon with a stone cold stare.
I don't know. There are times I trust Boone, and there are times I don't. And it's going to be a test now. In a clutch situation, he's going to have to. I mean, he's already failed his first test, putting in Loizaga. But
well, also let's not forget the Voit move, game 2. That almost bit the Yankees in the ass. They almost lost that game because of that. We all know that Voit wasn't asking to be taken out of that game in the 7th inning.
I think Boone kept thinking that got the leadoff guy and we're going to keep scoring. We're going to keep scoring. Look what fucking happened.
It's stupid.
Is Voit that bad of a fielder? I don't really know.
No, he's not.
They took him out for his foot because of running.
Right. Yeah,
because of his foot. They didn't want they with the leadoff guy on. They would rather have Wade scoring on a ball in a gap than Voit, and I get that. But it came back to bite.
Yeah, but Wade ended up being stranded on first base, did he not? He didn't even steal or nothing. I agree with Kevin once again. Glasnow scares me more than Snell. Snell loses cool quicker. It's not even that, but Glasnow undoubtedly has better stuff than Blake Snell. And we know in the postseason stuff plays. That's exactly why the Yankees threw in Jonathan Loizaga in a big situation, because he has the stuff. And stuff plays in the postseason. They like to do that over emotion and season stats. There was one other thing I wanted to touch on as far as this game went. Oh, the daytime games, like you mentioned. It kind of pisses me off that all the games are going to be played during daylight, just because it doesn't really have that postseason feel to it. The thing I love most about the playoffs is like a cool October night in the Bronx under the lights. I don't know if it's just me, but like daytime games don't feel like the postseason. Maybe it's just me being crazy.
Yeah, I mean, there's no fans anyway, so it's already ruined for me.
Yes.
But
like, if it was in the Bronx.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be great.
If it was in the Bronx, we all know all of us would be there right now.
Which is something that's so stupid. But I mean, let me not rant, but let me rant. This isn't even a bubble. Like, what are they doing? Did you guys see all the fans that were outside of Petco Park when the Padres beat the Cardinals? There had to be thousands of people out there. They would be more socially distanced if they were inside the stadium.
Probably,
we got Sean in the chat. Sean in the chat. Shout out Sean Petrucci.
Wait, Pat, what is your who's gonna hit a home run that results in you having to pour water on your head?
Ooh,
I think it should be Kyle Higashioka.
I was just gonna say that. If Kyle all right, anyone watching this, remember this clip for the post game. I'm looking directly into the camera now. If Kyle Higashioka hits a home run tonight, I will be pouring water on my head once again.
Ice cold. Ice cold. Shout out to the dugout.
But also, let's not forget the record as far as Hennessy versus Gardner goes. Hennessy 2, Gardner 1. I think that's fair. Gardner proved me wrong in game 1. Then he proved me wrong twice in game 2.
Then he proved you right twice in game 2.
I said he proved me wrong?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, he proved me right twice in game 2. Who do you guys think goes deep tonight?
Judge in the first inning. Honestly, you know what? Bowbrick, DJ, watch. I was wrong last time. DJ could lead us off.
DJ. I was going to say DJ. I always go with DJ because I have faith in him.
Make it milk if Higgy goes yard twice. You know what? I'll make it milk if Higgy goes yard twice. How about that?
You coward. If he goes yard once, you should do milk.
No, milk is so much more annoying. Doesn't that like stain?
Probably.
Oh, yes. It'll be ice water. There won't actually be ice in it because that would probably hurt. But last time the water was pretty cold. Thought it was like drowning. Is that like what waterboarding is?
No.
Oh.
No.
No. All right. Yeah, that would be so cool if Higgy goes off offensively. That would be huge. Because currently when the Yankees put him in the lineup, it's more of like to make Cole feel comfortable. It's not necessarily because they think Higgy's going to provide any offensive spark, but we know he's capable of it. 3 home run game from Higgy this season.
I didn't realize.
We need another one of those.
I didn't realize how much of like a battery, like history, like how much in the making this actually battery was, because the Yankees envisioned about 12 years ago when they signed Higashioka as well that it was going to be Higgy pitching to Cole. And it finally happened now.
Is waterboarding that thing where they put the towel on your face and then pour the water on
it? It's now a banned torture technique or like interrogation technique.
The FBI used to use it, right?
Yeah, it got banned.
Wow.
Well,
Okay. Well,
and
yeah. So now this is like the waterboarding podcast. But yeah.
Content.
So about who I think is gonna go yard tonight. Obviously, the bet is with Higgy. Because usually what we do is look at the worst players, and if they hit home runs, we do bets. But I do think I say this every damn day, but I think Judge is gonna go yard tonight. I think it's only fair. He's going up against Snell. It's his boy. He's gonna go deep, 100%, 500 feet into the factory or whatever it is in left field.
Western
Easy.
Middle Supply.
Just connect. Snell will provide the velocity.
Lay off that changeup away as well. Don't go fishing for that changeup.
Bro, if they carry the same discipline that they did against Cleveland, we're in for another fun night. It's scary because we don't know what Yankee team we're going to get. It's like with the flip of a switch, they changed. Like we could be getting the team from Cleveland, but we could also be getting the team that went 0-10.
No, don't
say that. Don't put those kind of vibes out there. But I'm
not wrong.
Well, no, you're not. But one of the things that we didn't touch on that I think is worth mentioning is that we saw the Yankees beat Cleveland two very different ways in the wild card series. We saw them absolutely blow them out. And then in game 2, just complete back and forth where it felt like Cleveland had most of the momentum a few times. So, I mean, we've seen both sides of this team, and hopefully that's what we continue to see because that's just awesome.
I'm really excited.
I'm trying not to get excited because going into the Cleveland series, my expectations were here. And then they pumped them up to here. I'm not coming into the series with high expectations once again because I've learned in life. Now this is going to turn into like a little therapy session.
Oh, here we go.
Don't set your expectations too high for anything. Don't set your expectations too high in anything for life because you're only going to end up disappointed. I think that's very fair to say. So
the more you
know. Life lessons from Patrick, new segment of the show. They will want Houston so super, super motivated. Could you imagine if we eliminate Houston this year? That would be like the icing on the cake.
I hope Carlos Correa starts crying.
They're winning now, right?
I think last time I checked, it was 8-5, and I believe
9-5 in the ninth with 2-1 no out.
Oakland shit. Let's be
Oakland's
honest.
trash. I'm kind of pissed that they beat the White Sox because I think the White Sox had a better chance of eliminating the Astros.
Yeah, but once Crochet went out,
unhinged therapy.
We just need the Yankees to just play the way they played against the Indians, punch for punch, blow for blow, dominate, get back at it tomorrow, and just win. Just fucking win.
I agree 100%.
Well said.
So, before we wrap things up tonight, I say we make our final score predictions as we do every night. I'm pretty sure I think the first game I predicted the Yankees to lose, they won. I'm not sure what I predicted game 2, but tonight
you predicted 3-0 Indians. You said Cole was gonna go 7 innings. He was gonna give up either 3-0 or 5. He said Cole was gonna give up 3 runs, which honestly he gave up 2. You were close.
Which was fair. But before I give my prediction for tonight, I am clarifying. I'm not mentioning anything about Devi giving up 5 runs tomorrow because we all know what happened last time I said that. We all know what happened last time I said that. So tonight, I want to say the final score is going to be 5-2 Yankees. 5-2 Yankees. Cole goes 8. Gives up 2.
That's a saucy.
Cole's on a mission tonight.
6-1
Cole is on a mission. He's going to strike out Choi 3 times.
6-1 Yankees. Cole goes 8, and there will be discussions of him coming out for the 9th.
Wow. I'm saying wow because I was thinking almost the exact same thing. I was thinking 6-2 Yanks. And 7-8 strong from Cole.
Wait, did I just
down?
Did I just do the Devi jinx? Just by saying that?
No.
That doesn't count. No, it doesn't count. Yeah, no. I didn't. Yeah, no.
It's like saying, look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, no.
It's like saying, Yankee fans, look at the scoreboard. Devi Garcia. Or no, not who was throwing the no-hitter during that time?
Garrett Cole.
It's like, Yankee fans, look at this scoreboard. Look at this scoreboard. Look what it says in that column.
That was probably one of the stupidest things I've seen all day. I mean,
you know what, Pat? We should just unhinged field trip. Let's just you get a private tour of Paul O'Neill's basement. You get to see all the bats, the balls that he has. Just a one-on-one time with.
For those of you who don't know,
Club 21.
I am not a fan of Paul O'Neill's basement whatsoever.
Pat's not a really Yankees
I think
fan.
it's corny.
He doesn't like Paul O'Neill. So
okay, I don't hate Paul O'Neill. Like, that's not a thing. Just like how I don't hate Brett Gardner. But I think the Yankees broadcast just gets way too caught up in things other than baseball sometimes. However, speaking of broadcast, I'm excited to see what TBS has to offer tonight. ESPN had their moments, but I would rather have Vasgersian and A-Rod with a TBS broadcast, if that makes any sense.
Don't give us fucking interviews during the game. Don't fucking miss pitches. But also, we did forget, Game 2 is going to suck because fucking CB Bucknor is behind the plate.
Isn't that the guy who had that putrid game?
How does he still have a job?
At least it's not Angel Hernandez. Like,
he's actually
he's
in the
worse than
he's in the
Angel Hernandez.
Dodgers-Padres game.
Oh, it's 10-5 Astros.
Is anybody?
That's brutal.
Let's go Yankees.
Mentioned what? I don't know.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm not mentioning it ever again.
We mentioned CB Bucknor. We mentioned
CB Bucknor. No more Devi Garcia giving up 5 runs. No.
Shut up.
Never that.
Shut up, Pat.
Just look at the scoreboard.
Okay. Before I get myself into any trouble.
Tony's comment.
I think you're a little bit late on that, but okay.
Angel is an asshat.
I agree.
Angel is an asshat. Are you guys showing the game?
No, we can't.
No, because I don't feel like getting arrested by Rob Manfred. Maybe what I'll do is make a secret account and stream the game from there. # shut up, Pat. Maybe I'll just have to do that because I think Devi Garcia is going to go.
Stop! Don't even.
No. I think he's going to go nine shutout innings.
Because now he's not even going to get an out.
Can we not talk about it tonight?
Why are you saying that?
Because of what you know. How about this? J Happ is going to pitch this series.
He is. He will. Game 4 shutout. Complete game shutout. What do you want me to say?
Pat. This is just. Let's play the quiet game. Let's play the quiet game.
I feel like I should step in and end this.
All right. On that note, we will see you guys for the post game. Hopefully, we have a good night. Set the good tone for the series. Don't forget Garrett Cole. 8 strong innings.
Yeah. Hopefully, we see Pat look like a fucking wet dog.
Don't even say that because I'm a very good person when it comes to predicting things. I predicted two things.
Pat. We don't need any bad mojo. Let's just end it now. Shout out Dugout Mugs.
I almost forgot about that. Before we do Dugout Mugs, everyone make sure to tune in the post game for yours truly. Sean Petrucci will be on the post game.
We will be pouring water on his head if the Yankees hit more than 4 home runs.
You guys may remember Sean from the awesome post game from when the Yankees clinched, and Brendan was called a grape head.
I still have to pour water on my head in one of the games.
So before we wrap things up tonight, shout out to Dugout Mugs. Everyone head over to dugoutmugs.com/unhinged. Purchase your very own baseball bat drinking mug. They have them engraved with all your favorite baseball team logos. I'm assuming you're all Yankee fans. They have awesome Yankee ones. So dugoutmugs.com/unhinged. Don't put on your carpet. If you put on your carpet, it might spill, might stain, depending on what drink you have.
Trips to Canada as well.
Trips to Canada. Oh yeah, they do ship to Canada as well. So Kevin, I know you're a Canadian guy. Ship to Canada. And on that note, we will see you guys later tonight. Hopefully after a win. Let's go Yankees.